And the first run of this World Series belongs to Texas. That's a line drive base hit to left. Giants are on the board. And the Giants have their first lead of the night. He has looked invincible until tonight. Another hit. That's it for Lee. High fly ball to left.
All right, the Giants take control, but Rangers fans know their team still has the talent and confidence to bounce back. Good evening, everyone. I'm Natalie Solis.
Hello, everybody. I'm Heather Hayes. We've got your Rangers Game 1 coverage from here all the way to San Francisco. So, for all the game action, let's go to Steve Eager, who is outside AT&T Park in San Francisco. Hi, Steve. Disappointing loss tonight for a lot of folks.
Yeah, not the fans out here, of course. San Francisco fans are very happy, but it was disappointing. I guess I urge everybody to qualify this, that unless you expected a sweep, and I don't think many people really did, that this isn't really a huge setback. I think everybody expected the Rangers to lose at least one game, and so that's what they've done. And so yeah, they move on from here. They're down a game, but I don't know how many people expected a sweep. I can tell you I got a call from another baseball dad from back home who said, can you look in the dugout and see if Wade Phillips or Jerry Jones is down there coaching this team? A lot of mistakes both in the dugout and on the field. I can go over them quickly. I thought some were stupid mistakes. I thought they should have walked Freddie Sanchez with a base open. He hits a double to drive in runs. Kinsler's base running mistake, overrunning first base. That's something you learn. I learned when I was 8 years old, and they throw behind him and get him out. Guerrero in right field. Do you think that'll happen again after tonight? I'm not sure. I'm not sure that'll happen. The fans are quite excited, as you can see. Let me tell you more about the fans. We were inside and outside, and they can actually keep track of the goings-on, sort of. You can see the scoreboard over my left shoulder. Their delayed reaction, so they can keep track out here amongst the people on McCovey Cove, but it's tough. And so something will happen inside, and a roar will go up in the stands, and the fans out here, I think we have videotape to show that, the fans out here will react. It's kind of fun. There was thousands of fans sitting around out here on McCovey Cove, and so when a big score would happen inside, the roar would go up inside, and then the roar would go outside, and they'd all wait to figure out what happened by watching the scoreboard when the replay came on. And while that was going on, I spoke with a couple of Giants fans who actually had a radio to keep track of, too.
But this is great, man. Everybody loves it. Oh, yeah. You can feel it, man. You can feel the energy.
It's a little pricey right now, but it's pretty nice just enjoying it with all the people that have the same goal. So, nice.
Early going with the 3 doubles.
Well, you know, we left some pitches in some spots we didn't want. A couple of those pitches we wanted to get a little deeper in on him, but that guy can hit, man. And when you don't get him where you're supposed to get him, that's what happens. The first double he hit, you know, got it inside of first base. And then in the 9th, 8th inning there, he got a slider going away from him, hit it inside there. A cutter that didn't make it all the way in, he hit it in the gap, and he hit one down the line. He can swing the bat. If you don't get the pitches where they're supposed to be, that's what happens.
Ron on the left aisle. Ron?
Given how many pitches Cliff threw in the 3rd, if you had to do it over again, would you have gotten O'Day up earlier in the 5th?
No. He was still in control.
Couple more? Standing over on the right side?
Ron, Lincecum struggled early. How important was it not to get more off of that in the first 2 innings when you had base runners on? Kinsler hit into that double play.
Well, you know, he's a good pitcher. And when you have a guy like that on the rope, you have to try to put him away. But you don't always put those kind of guys away. You know, they got the Cliff tonight. We didn't get to Lincecum. He made a good pitch on Kins. Kins tried to... felt like he was about to throw a strike there, and he didn't put it where it was supposed to be. He made the pitch to get the double play, and he got out of the inning. But we worked him pretty good. You know, he got a battle, but you know, they just scored more runs than we could put up.
Right down here in front, Ron.
Ron, how will CJ handle this type of situation, given the circumstances?
Well, I think you mentioned circumstances. Every day is different. He'll come out tomorrow, and he'll attack them the way we plan to attack them, and hope he start getting pitches where he wants to. And maybe tomorrow can be a different day. Maybe we'll end up scoring the runs.
A couple more run on the aisle again.
With the 4 errors, can you attribute any of it to a lot of the players out there being in their first World Series game and being at all jittery?
No, I wouldn't think so. You know, ball hit to Mike's left. He just didn't come up with it. Alvis came in on a slow roller, just didn't come up with it. You know, Vlad went down the line and let one get by him. Then it was a line drive. He came in and he played a little too short and it got by him. No, jitters didn't have anything to do with it. They put 11 runs on the board. They beat us. You know, we'll get back tomorrow.
One more? Nothing else for Ron? Okay, thank you very much.
All right, throughout our newscast tonight, what we're going to do is continue going back live to San Francisco when one of the players, when people like Ron Washington, when they come up to the mic, we're going to cut into our wherever we are in this newscast and bring that to you live because we know that's what everybody wants to hear.
And Tim
the reaction, the Q&A, what the Rangers players thought of their performance of the game tonight, and also their thoughts looking at. Go back to you. I don't know if you were able to hear Ron or not, but you know he was.
All right, I had trouble. I'm having a little trouble hearing you, Heather. I think there's a bunch of things going on at the same time. I did hear Ron Washington talking. I have some thoughts on what he said. You know, there were a lot of hits. They hit the ball, and, you know, Cliff Lee didn't have his best stuff, obviously. He threw a lot of pitches early. That was indicative of problems to come, I think. But I think if you're going to put a positive on some of the stuff, the Rangers did score 7 runs. You talk about first World Series and jitters. You know, if you're Brian Wilson, you come in with the bases loaded and you have an 11 to what was, I think it was 11 to 5 lead, and you give up a bomb to Nelson Cruz with the bases loaded in the first hitter you face. Now, next time when he comes up and pitches in a tie game, is he going to be a little nervous about his performance? Because he's the man here, you know, fear the beard, and he gave up a double off the wall. So, I mean, you know, 11 to 7, it's a beating. It was a spanking, but like I said, you know, it probably wasn't going to be a sweep, and so the Rangers lost one, and we'll see what happens tomorrow. That's the beauty of baseball. They play again tomorrow. Anyway, the fans, we were out here. Mike Doocy's still getting set up inside. We're outside, and the fans were kind of raucous. But it was a good experience. You know, first World Series game here in San Francisco of this series. The fans are into it. I hope when it moves to Arlington, the fans are as into it there as they are here. Mike Doocy now is in position, I'm told.
Yep,
and
he's
ready to talk about what he saw. Should I toss it to him, or are you guys ready to, Heather and Natalie?
Absolutely. Go ahead. It's all you do.
Okay.
All right. Mike Doocy, you're up. Kind of a rough game. Yeah, rough.
Well, it was. You know, I guess the headline tonight is Cliff Lee is human after all. He'd been unbeaten in the postseason, as everybody had talked about coming into this game, and he was roughed up pretty good tonight. The shame of it from the Rangers standpoint, as you alluded to, is the fact that Lincecum, the 2-time Cy Young Award winner for the Giants, wasn't that great either. He was gone before 5 innings were through after giving up 4 runs, but by that time it was getting out of hand, and the Rangers end up losing the first game in the World Series in franchise history, 11 to 7. Let's take you through some of the highlights here tonight from AT&T Park as the Rangers and Giants got after it on a beautiful, cool, calm evening here. Both teams kind of taking it all in, and Texas actually grabbed the early lead. Vlad Guerrero off Lincecum. Elvis scores, and it's 1-0 Rangers with the lead. They waste somewhat of an opportunity later, though, in the inning. Kinsler hits into the double play, so with the bases loaded, so it could have been more. And then the Giants offense takes over in the third. Posey ties it at 2. And eventually they'd get to that disastrous 5th, knocking Cliff Lee out of the game. Freddie Sanchez, who had a big game. I believe he had 4 doubles. Huff made it 5-2, and the bullpen couldn't hold the lead either, as O'Day gave up that 3-run shot to Juan Uribe. By that time, it's 8-2. It was 11-4 going into the 9th, where the Rangers showed some late signs of life with 3 runs, and it ends up being an 11-7 final here tonight in Game 1 of the World Series. And Cliff Lee, the story, as he's been all through this postseason, but this time in a negative light for the Rangers. Just 4 2/3 for the left-hander, 7 runs on 8 hits. 6 of those runs were earned, 7 strikeouts. To say he was not sharp would be an understatement, that's for sure. Even as he struggled his way through those early innings, he was throwing more pitches than usual, wasn't hitting his spots, and finally ended up with that big inning against him as the Rangers see that 6-run fifth by San Francisco do them in. Rangers, of course, lost game 1 to the Yankees in the ALCS after building a big lead. Came back to win that series in 6, so it is very early, but tough loss to open the World Series for the Rangers. A guy that they had penciled in as a winner every time he went out there just doesn't have his best stuff tonight. That's it for now from inside the ballpark. Let's send it back to Steve outside.
All right. Thank you, Mike. Crowd's moving on. They're done here. Thank you.
Yeah, I think we're going to pick it up from here, guys.
I'm talking to you, too. You got it.
Deuce, Mike, thanks. Well, the first 5 innings were intense for Texas Rangers fans. First, the score was tied, then the Giants took the lead.
That's right. Then, well, take a look. The crowd goes wild. Look at the big plays that brought fans to their feet and are going to keep the Rangers and their fans confident going into Game 2.
The Mavericks tipped off their season tonight, but fans at the game had their attention split the different ways they kept tabs on the Rangers.
Here's why winning Game 1 is so important. The winner of Game 1 has gone on to win the series 63% of the time. 20% of the time, the Game 1 winner has swept the series. 11 of the last 13 World Series champions have won Game 1.
It's about to go down.
Dish Network customers, you've already lost FX and National Geographic Channel.
This is bad!
You've also lost Fox Sports Southwest. And it is looking more likely that on November 1st, Dish Network may also stop carrying Fox 4, which means no Glee, House, NFL on Fox, or the World Series.
They can't do that!
Don't let Dish Network decide what you can watch. What are you waiting for? There are other providers that will give you what you paid for. Go to getwhatipaidfor.com to learn more.
BACCALAUREATE, Baccalaureate.
Correct.
Since this competition has been continuing for 48 hours and we have yet to eliminate anyone, it is the decision of this board to declare all 20 contestants winners. You have all competed admirably.
Admirably. ADMIRABLY. Admirably.
AT&T is making high-speed internet affordable for only $14.95 a month with select services. AT&T. Rethink possible.
Right now, buy great-looking furniture at ridiculous low prices at the $300 million Rooms to Go manufacturers closeout and clearance sale. We've extended our selection by adding greatly reduced manufacturers closeouts from the U.S. and around the world. Plus, we've marked down our own great Rooms to Go inventory and closeouts. Get unbeatable prices, deep discounts on living rooms, bedrooms, and dining rooms. Just don't miss out on the savings. Remember, quantities are limited, so hurry to Rooms to Go today.
Hi, may I help you? Yes, we're looking to save on car insurance, even if that means we have to shop all day, right, honey?
Yep, all day.
Good thing you're starting here. We compare your Progressive Direct rate to other top companies, so you can save money. Look, you saved a lot.
And quick, too.
And no more holding her purse. It's a European shoulder bag.
It was a gift.
Shopping less and saving more. Now that's Progressive. Call or click today.
I'm John McCalma. The best way to see how something works is to take it apart. Check this out. No gears in this transmission means smoother performance and up to 32 mpg. Nissan Rogue's next. Come on, let's look inside. Lots of versatile cargo space. Now, get up to $1,275 total savings on Rogue, or up to $2,500 back on Altima. Innovation for quality, innovation for all.
Visit your Dallas-Fort Worth dealer. When it comes to protection, they're the only team to call.
You know, normally we're more professional.
No, we're not. Human Target, season premiere, Wednesday, November 17th on Fox.
We love the pics. Keep sending them in. Hey, Rangers fans filled the bars and restaurants for the watch parties tonight.
Yeah, they were jazzed when the Rangers got on the board first. A hit from Vladimir Guerrero bounced off the leg of Giants pitcher Tim Lincecum, and Elvis Andrus scored. Fox 4's Brandon Todd joins us now with more. And Brandon, we've got to look at some of tonight's bright spots. And after all, this is only Game 1, so all hope is not lost.
Yeah, that's true, and they're kind of keeping some high hopes around here as well. But I mean, if you look around here, the place is pretty much cleared out, and people were leaving before the game was over. But a lot of excitement, especially at the beginning of the game. Wow, what a first inning, an extremely offensive first inning for the Rangers. And then, of course, you know, you saw those base hits that they got, and then the Rangers scored the first run of this World Series. That was the reaction tonight when Elvis Andrus crossed home plate after he and Michael Young advanced to third thanks to a Josh Hamilton sacrifice. It was a hit by, as like you said, Vladimir Guerrero that bounced off pitcher Tim Lincecum's foot, deflected into right field, and the Rangers were up by 1. And here at Bobby V's, confidence was high.
Oh, yeah, that was predicted for the Rangers. We should have got 3 actually in that inning, but we'll take it. The final score is going to be 6-2 Rangers.
What's your prediction?
That's my prediction.
All right, we'll see.
Okay.
The pitcher is where he's out of his element. We're in his head. He's scared, makes silly mistakes. Rangers in 4.
Yeah, lots of big predictions there. And then came the second inning. Benji Molina was on third. Elvis Andrus pops it up to center field. The catch is made. Molina tags up and then pours it on toward home and make the throw. Molina scores by standing up. Rangers up by 2. And, of course, that first 2 innings there seem to be the best of times here at Bobby V's. I want to grab an interview real quick. What's your name real quick? Chris Craig. Tell me a little bit about your thoughts on the evening. I mean, you know, all hope is not lost.
All hope is not lost. It's a series. Thought we played a real good game. Just came out on the short end this time. But we lost the first one to the Yankees. And that
one turned out well.
That one turned out well.
So, all right, thanks a lot. Yeah, again, they kind of cleared out here. But, you know, again, there's a lot of confidence here with these Rangers fans. They expect good things in tomorrow night's game. We'll pitch it back to you guys.
All right. Thank you, Brandon.
The stragglers, they're still enjoying it.
All right, they're still cheering them on. Hey, Benji Molina had a second big play. That came in the top of the 9th tonight.
Yeah, it was at a time Rangers fans were really hoping for a rally. Molina hit this rocket down the left field line, driving in Ian Kinsler from first. That made the score 8-3 as Molina ended up on second. Fox Sports Sophia is live at the McKinney Avenue Tavern in uptown Dallas. Quick reaction from fans. And Sophia, I'd have to think that fans right now are really hoping that this loss isn't a momentum killer here.
Oh, no, not at all. And I promise you guys that there were fans all around here earlier, but since the game ended, they cleared out. Actually, before the game ended, they cleared out. But once Benji Molina hit that base hit in the top of the 6th, here's how fans reacted. Of course, fans were certainly relieved at that point. Some of them giving each other high fives, screaming at the top of their lungs. That hit would, as you mentioned, Natalie, start a rally. At that point, it was 8-3. The fans at McKinney Avenue Tavern in Uptown had been pretty quiet since the 3rd inning.
Just like when they played the Yankees, just whittle down, get 2 here, 2 there, 2 here. You know, but it's not over with yet.
Certainly fans still believing throughout the night, and even they remained quiet after the top of the 6th. Started to get a little bit of momentum back at the top of the 9th when the Rangers were scoring, but then people had started to clear out once the game ended. But again, fans keep saying, you know what, it's just game 1. Rangers are going to come back and win it here. Back to you.
All right, thank you, Sophia. 11-7, it's tough loss, but we will move forward. The series stays in San Francisco for game 2 tomorrow night. It then shifts back to Arlington for games 3, 4, and 5 if necessary. You can watch every pitch of the Fall Classic right here, only on Fox 4.
Well, loyal North Texas sports fans, they had a tough choice to make tonight. Do you go to the Mavericks game, or do you stay home and root for the Rangers?
Ahead, a look at the multitasking that some fans were doing in the stands at the AAC. And as we go to break, here's another look at AT&T Park. This is actually McCovey Cove. Folks hanging out there to listen to the game, I guess. Hope maybe a ball comes that way. Right, enjoy that.
All the boats right there in harbor.
He said, not bad for a fat kid. Everybody makes fun of when he runs. Let that video stand on its own.
home team for Rangers coverage. Every pitch, every story. Coverage begins tomorrow at 5 on Fox 4.
Want more of the newest baseball postseason merchandise? Dick's Sporting Goods is the place for all your Texas Rangers claw and antler tees, plus Texas jerseys, polos, jackets, hoodies, headwear, pennants, car flags, and rally towels. For more Texas baseball merchandise, every postseason starts at Dick's.
It's one of the largest dome stadiums on Earth, housing one of the world's largest HD TVs and keeping 100,000 faithful fans comfy. Who better to power it up than Direct Energy? And if Jerry Jones trusts us with his second home, imagine what we can do in your home with low locked-in rates. Cowboy Stadium, powered by Direct Energy and the world's most electrifying fans. Switch today and save up to $500 this year with Direct Energy's lowest rate in 5 years.
Hard work, dedication, taking care of our customers. That's how Fred Lowy Insurance has become the #2 Hispanic-owned company in Texas and 11th in the nation. In the past 5 years, we've experienced an average growth of 30%, and the reason is simple. Unlike most insurance companies that base their rates on your credit rating, we base our rates on your good driving record, which is the way it should be. We pay over $20 million per month in claims and close over 99% of them each month. Over 1 million drivers trust their auto insurance to Fred Loya. Call us and discover why. Fred Loya Insurance, where being local matters.
Louisville Slugger has been making bats since 1884 and is the official bat of Major League Baseball and is now commemorating the Texas Rangers' first ever American League Championship with this just released Texas Rangers American League Champions bat. You can see this beautiful historic 35-inch bat at BigTimeBats.com. The bat is numbered and limited to only 5,000 bats. You can purchase this full-size historic bat by calling BigTimeBats.com at 1-866-280-BATS.
BACCALAUREATE, Baccalaureate.
Correct.
Since this competition has been continuing for 48 hours and we have yet to eliminate anyone, it is the decision of this board to declare all 20 contestants winners. You have all competed admirably.
Admirably. ADMIRABLY. Admirably.
AT&T is making high-speed internet affordable for only $14.95 a month. No home phone required. AT&T. Rethink possible.
Dick's Sporting Goods offers more of the best gear from the hottest brands. Sounds like people like that.
Well, Dick's has way more brands than everybody else.
Every time I come here, they have more new stuff.
Nobody has more.
Every season starts at Dick's.
It's more than a store. It's a total sports package.
Kinsler on 3 and 2, pops it up, should end the night. Shearholt's coming on. Giants win game
1. Fox 4, Steve Eager and Mike Doocy joining us once again from AT&T Park. Okay, tonight the 5th inning really I think was the toughest for a lot of Rangers fans to watch.
Yeah, and that's when the Giants started hitting, but the Rangers didn't go down without a fight. And Steve, I'm just curious about what you think the play of the game was.
All right, I think the play of the game or the most important sequence, and then we'll find out from Mike. We both have kind of the same guy involved in these similar big moments, and mine's a sequence. It involves Juan Uribe, and it kind of was indicative of that Cliff Lee wasn't going to be doing too well tonight. So let's look at the video. This is that 10-pitch at bat in the 4th inning. First pitch, fastball, foul ball, 0-1. Second pitch, fastball, 1-1 for a ball. Third pitch, fastball, strike, 1-2. Fourth pitch, a cutter, fouled off, 1-2. Fifth pitch was a curveball, foul, 1-2. Sixth pitch, fastball, foul, 1-2. Seventh pitch, curve, ball, 2-2. Pitch 8 is a fastball, fouled, 2-2. Pitch 9, fastball, foul, 2-2. And pitch 10 was a cutter, an 87-mile-per-hour, strike 3. However, a 10-strike pitch is not Cliff Lee's normal gig, I would say. And when that started happening with Uribe, I thought, wow, Cliff Lee is not going to go very far in this night. I thought it was indicative that he was struggling, didn't have his good stuff. Again, I thought it was a great at-bat by Uribe, but 10 pitches from Cliff Lee for one hitter indicates or does not bode well for him. And at that point, I thought, wow, this is not going to go well. And then Mike Doocy, I think that leads to kind of your play of the game. What you say was the game changer. Go ahead.
Well, Steve, you're making me look bad. You're breaking down pitch by pitch by pitch at an at-bat.
Mine just has to do with a much more obvious one, I guess. In the following inning, Lee had been knocked from the game, trailing 5-2. Rangers are thinking, well, if our bullpen can just put out the fire, maybe our offense can go back to work, and boom, Uribe off O'Day, 3-run shot, 8-2, in effect, the ball game. That was my play of the game, that Uribe 3-run homer, the guy who had been the hero in Game 6 for San Francisco in the NLCS. Does it in Game 1 of the World Series with that long ball. So Cliff Lee knocked around, and then the bullpen as well can't hold the lead for the Rangers as they lose Game 1 11-7. That's it from inside here. C.J. Wilson tomorrow for the Rangers. They'll try to get that first World Series victory in franchise history. Guys, back to you.
All right, thank you. And I do want to tell you guys, it was great listening to Natalie listen to the game and watch the game, because across the newsroom I'm here, what? You dropped the ball? What, again? So I was getting my commentary from Natalie that way. So, and
Hey,
Steve, did we hear your voice crack earlier?
Did my voice crack?
Yeah, I think it did. Well.
No, you know, I tell you, I do have a final thought from California. California voters vote next week whether to approve recreational use of marijuana. And it's already been approved by most of the fans out here, as far as I could tell. That's already happening. That's why the fans are quite crazy out here. But yeah, it's on the ballot, recreational use of marijuana, and they all approve tonight. I tell you that. That's been my experience.
You did hint at that earlier. Thank you again.
Just don't get the munchies, Steve. All right. We'll see you guys later.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
During the San Francisco Giants' 1989 appearance in the World Series, the ground moved under their feet. What later became known as the World Series earthquake occurred during warm-up before Game 3. It was the first major earthquake in the U.S. caught on live TV. The magnitude 6.9 quake lasted about 15 seconds. The Giants were swept in that series by the Oakland Athletics. And Dallas sports fans were torn between baseball and basketball.
Yeah, everybody deciding what to do. Well, ahead tonight on Fox 4 News, how Mavericks fans split their time between the two big games.
We were hiking and he just fell.
Is your father allergic to any medications?
I don't know.
Is he currently taking any medication?
I don't know. I'm just visiting.
Has he had any tests recently?
I don't know. Sir, are you with us? What's your name?
Does he need a mental status?
Yep.
Who's his cardiologist?
I don't know. We don't talk about stuff like that. I don't know.
Texas Health Resources is introducing electronic health records. Now your records can speak for you, even when you can't. It's how we're making healthcare human again.
That's right, it's Jared Fogle, and I'm at a Subway restaurant ordering a delicious low-fat breakfast. Even as early as 7 a.m., you can get the kind of breakfast that you'd expect from Subway restaurants.
Hey, Jared, I just got my breakfast, and I got my lunch to go.
Nice. You know, for the last 10 years, Subway restaurants has helped me keep the weight off, and now they're giving all of us a better choice for breakfast, like Subway restaurants' low-fat, egg white omelet sandwiches. After all, breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Subway, eat fresh.
Joe here likes saving money. That's why Joe likes Aetna's payment estimator. He gets to compare out-of-pocket healthcare costs before they come out of his pocket.
That's awesome.
Now let's say every Joe in America uses it. Looks like everyone likes saving money. Ah, the potential of putting people first. Thanks, Joe. No more, get better. Get a smarter health plan. Aetna.com.
Don't miss JCP Cash this Friday and Saturday at JCPenney. You'll get $10 off on the spot when you spend $50. Unlike other stores, we don't make you come back to save. Earn JCP Cash on the spot and use your savings on these amazing doorbusters. Worthington, St. John's Bay, and Arizona Looks for her, 50% off. Get 60% off St. John's Bay sweaters for him. Plus, all family outerwear is 60% off. And our best bras just $16.99. Go to jcp.com to see everything on sale. New look, new day, who knew? JCPenney.
World Series, baby.
Good Day has your Game 1 recap.
Plus, it's 100 days to the Super Bowl.
Dan goes to rock camp.
News, weather, and traffic.
That's how Good Day goes on Fox 4.
BACCALAUREATE, baccalaureate.
Correct.
Since this competition has been continuing for 48 hours and we have yet to eliminate anyone, it is the decision of this board to declare all 20 contestants winners. You have all competed admirably.
Admirably. A-D-M-I-R-A-B-L-Y. Admirably.
AT&T is making high-speed internet affordable for only $14.95 a month with select services. AT&T. Rethink possible.
I'm John McCalma. The best way to see how something works is to take it apart. Check this out. No gears in this transmission means smoother performance and up to 32 mpg. Nissan Rogue's next. Come on, let's look inside. Lots of versatile cargo space. Now, get up to $12.75 total savings on road, or up to $2,500 back on Altima. Innovation for quality, innovation for all.
Visit your Dallas-Fort Worth dealer.
Big names, big stakes, big blow-up. It's the next generation of poker on TV. It's the PokerStars.net Big Game, Monday through Friday on Fox.
What's all this? Big news. We have another way to help you save.
Oh, really? How?
By bundling. If you get your homeowners and auto insurance together, we give you even more savings. Big bundle. Home and auto together. It's like peanut butter and jelly.
Oh, or like burgers and fries.
Or pickles and ice cream. Unicorns and glitter. No.
Bundling to save you more. Now that's progressive. Call or click today.
Morning, Tim.
Good night, Clarice.
Strike three called and a good start for Cliff Lee. 3-2. Strikeout ends the inning. Got him looking to a left. Got him on the outside corner and the inning is over.
The Dallas Mavericks season began tonight as they hosted the Charlotte Bobcats.
Many fans spent the night keeping tabs on two teams, the Mavs and the Rangers. Fox 4's Matt Grubs is live in downtown Dallas to show us how they did it. Hi, Matt.
I am the only one here right about now. It speaks to the level of World Series madness when you have the team that won and you're buried in the bottom part of the newscast. But really, you know, if you have to pick a night to start your season, the first game of the World Series, not necessarily ideal. Still, they did sell the place out here, and as I said, they did win 101-86 over the Bobcats. Nevertheless, some fans here were hoping for a pair of wins.
Got my club, got my antlers on, ready for these Mavericks, man. Bring a World Championship too. Woo, baby! Yeah!
So they were plenty excited. A lot of them had one eye on the Mavs and one eye on either their cell phone or the scoreboard. They flashed updates on there so people could know the score. The crowd was a little bit thin. There were a fair number of empty seats, even though a lot of people obviously paid for seats. Many of them ran the option, decided to stay home and watch the Rangers in the World Series. Nevertheless, Rangers owner Mark Cuban thinks they were plenty enthusiastic.
Hey, Mavs fans are great. Go Rangers. We got to go 2 for 2 tonight, baby. Rangers and Mavs all the way.
We haven't missed a game since this place opened, so we're here, but we got to be with the Rangers as well.
No, my wife and daughter want to come, so it was no choice. I want to be happy, so.
And most of them left happy. Again, 101-86, the final score. Dirk Nowitzki poured in 28 points, 13 rebounds. Jason Kidd had 18 assists tonight. So the Mavs look very good. And I guess as far as the Rangers go, you'd rather lose the first one than the last one, somebody said. And that's a fairly good point. They are already on to changing this place over for the Stars. They've got half the basketball court already up off the ground. And if we stay any longer, they're probably going to make us help out. So we're leaving.
Get on the Zamboni then and help
Exactly. I can do that.
All right. Thank you much.
Thanks, Matt. Ahead on Fox 4 News, we've got post-game reaction from Rangers third baseman Michael Young.
And we're also going to take a look ahead to Game 2. Both pitchers talk about the expectations and the pressures of that game.
Hey folks, Angie Stevens back here at Grand Prairie Ford, I-30 and Beltline Road, where right now our entire pre-owned inventory is on sale for $88 down and $88 a month. That's also known as the Angie Special. So, for example, how about this Lexus LS430 for $88 down and $88 a month? Or this Mercedes E430 for $88 down and $88 a month. You can see all of our inventory at gpford.com. Then just come see us. We're open until midnight, and ask for the Angie Special at Grand Prairie Ford.
It's about to go down.
Dish Network customers, you've already lost FX and National Geographic Channel.
This is bad.
You've also lost Fox Sports Southwest. And it is looking more likely that on November 1st, Dish Network may also stop carrying Fox 4. Which means no Glee, House, NFL on Fox, or the World Series.
They can't do that.
Don't let Dish Network decide what you can watch. What are you waiting for? There are other providers that will give you what you paid for. Go to getwhatipaidfor.com to learn more.
Elections are about choices. In this election, there's a clear choice. As your governor, I'll continue to fight to keep spending in check, a balanced budget with no new taxes. And I'll keep my focus on new jobs, stronger schools, and securing our border. And I'm going to keep fighting Washington, standing up for you, protecting states' rights, and providing strong, fiscally responsible leadership. I'd appreciate your support, and I ask for your vote.
It's Rangers Game 2. Fox 4 is the home team for Rangers coverage. Every pitch, every story. Coverage begins tomorrow at 5 on Fox 4.
Every 5 minutes, Chase pays for someone's eligible credit or debit card purchase. Chase picks up the tab. It could be you. Chase picks up the tab. It's another great reason to bank with Chase. Chase what matters. Sign up at a branch today.
It's time for the Classic, Cabela's Deer Classic, our largest deer hunting event. Load up, save big on firearms, ammunition, ammo, and more. A legendary selection that's field-tested, field-proven. You can trust our gear. Attend free seminars, meet top pros Saturday and Sunday, and enter for chances to win great giveaways. Now, during Cabela's Deer Classic event. Cabela's, world's foremost outfitter.
Your North Texas Honda dealers are on a roll. We're rolling out new 2011 Hondas, rolling up remaining 2010 with all-out rollout savings you won't see again. Roll into any of our 12 convenient locations and roll out without paying a penny on a new Honda lease. Lease with these Accords, just $199 a month or zero due at signing. Rollout savings roll out soon at your closest North Texas Honda dealer. ntxhonda.com.
Fox 4 Weather is sponsored in part by North Texas Honda.
Nice job by Tony Bennett. On the words of Ron Washington, that's the way baseball goes.
Yep, now it is on to Game 2. C.J. Wilson will be starting for the Rangers and Matt Cain for the Giants. Coverage of Game 2 starts at 5 right here on Fox 4.
And right now, Mike Doocy joining us from AT&T Park. The Giants got off, like it's a lot of hits off of Cliff Lee, so will C.J. Wilson stand a chance? That is the question, Mike.
We'll see tomorrow, guys. You know, it's funny, you played the Tony Bennett, God Bless America, and, you know, he sang I Left My Heart in San Francisco during the game tonight. He also, on the loudspeakers, the last song they played in the ballpark was another one of his great songs called I Want to Be Around to Pick Up the Pieces When Somebody Breaks Your Heart. C.J. Wilson's going to try to pick up the pieces for the Rangers tomorrow. He pitched well enough to win in Game 1 of the ALCS. Bullpen couldn't hold the lead. Did not pitch well in Game 5, that Ranger loss at Yankee Stadium. Now, C.J. will try to even up the World Series tomorrow. He goes against Matt Cain, who's coming off a strong performance against the Phillies in his last outing in the NLCS. 7 strong innings as he and some bullpen mates combined on a 2-hitter in that win. So Cain and Wilson tomorrow, and let's hear from tomorrow's starters now.
My general feel
is that I have a certain plan that I'm trying to enforce. You know, I have a certain set of rules that I'm trying to go out there and live by, and if I do that, then I'll be okay.
We're going to go at those guys, you know, just like we've pitched anybody else. We're going to try to throw a lot of strikes, you know, try to take the you know, the pop out of their bat and really pitch to our ability.
So a challenge for C.J. Wilson, the left-hander, against some good right-handed sticks tomorrow night in that San Francisco lineup. Wilson and Kane tomorrow. Rangers veteran Michael Young waited a long time. This is his 10th Rangers season. Waited a long time to play in his first World Series and did not perform offensively the way he would have wanted to tonight. 0 for 4 with a walk and stranded 3 men on base as well. Let's hear what Young had to say after Game 1.
Yeah, I thought there were some good at-bats all the way around. You know, they swung the bats well tonight, so you got to give some credit for that. You know, we have a ton of confidence in Cliff. I'm sure they have a ton of confidence in Lincecum for all the obvious reasons. So we're looking forward to giving Cliff the ball again.
Michael, do you feel like the ground ball, did it do anything to you?
No, it was well hit. It was well hit. Just hit me right in the palm. It just kind of popped out. He hit it pretty hard, so I was trying to be as soft as I could with it. So if it did have any kind of kick, it'd be close to me. But it hit me kind of square in the palm and kind of kicked out a little bit.
Michael, you talked about looking forward to tomorrow's game with CJ for you guys.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it. You know, we want to go out there and you know, play a cleaner ball game. We know this wasn't our best game, so we're looking forward to tomorrow. Hopefully get a win.
How about with CJ? I mean, he's been a guy that's pitched a lot of games after a loss. The guy who has a win. What's anything?
CJ's a confident. He's a confident guy. He's a guy that we have a ton of confidence in. He's had a great season for us. Pitches well in big games, and you know, we're looking forward to give him a crack at it tomorrow. You know, I'm sure he's ready. I'm sure he's chomping at the bit.
So C.J. Wilson will try to succeed, where Cliff Lee, in a rare outing, failed tonight. His first postseason loss ever. Just 4 2/3, 7 runs, 6 of them earned on 8 hits. Cliff Lee tonight, obviously not sharp, as the Rangers are done in by that 6-run fifth and lose it by a final of 11-7. Game 1 in the books. They turn right around and do it again here tomorrow night. Hopefully we'll have a similar weather night, just beautiful, calm, and fairly warm by San Francisco standards here inside AT&T Park. Guys, that'll do it for now. I'll send it back to you in the studio.
All right, thank you, Deuce. Live in San Francisco. You know, it was good to see Michael Young there. He didn't seem totally defeated and deflated, how sometimes players do after a game, so they'll be back out there.
That's right. We've got several more to go, so we'll just win the rest of them.
And coming up, we're going to hear from Josh Hamilton. Just heard from Michael Young there on tonight's Game 1 loss. Plus, I'll take a look at the forecast out in San Francisco for Game 2. And, of course, your forecast here in North Texas right through Halloween. That's ahead in just a few minutes.
Here's a 1-2. Fooled on the pitch. Might go for a hit. Kinsler is on to start the inning, and Huff saved it. And now Kinsler will be out. He rounded the bag, and he's tagged by Huff.
Want more of the newest baseball postseason merchandise? Dick's Sporting Goods is the place for all your Texas Rangers claw and antler tees, plus Texas jerseys, polos, jackets, hoodies, headwear, pennants, car flags, and rally towels. For more Texas baseball merchandise, every postseason starts at Dick's.
Last year, Chet Edwards voted with President Obama to spend $800 billion on what they call an economic stimulus bill. So, how'd that work out? Brazos County, unemployment got worse. McLennan County, worse. In fact, unemployment got worse in every county in our district. I'm Bill Flores. I approve this message because I think Chet Edwards and President Obama are wrong. To turn our economy around, we've got to turn over Congress.
There's a history revival happening across the Choctaw Nation.
The Choctaw youth are learning our history and language. It's a true revival of our Native American spirit and tradition.
Discover the Choctaw Nation.
And our rich history.
The Choctaw Nation of Oklahoma, keeping our history alive from generation to generation.
I'm Jocelyn Johnson. 4 years ago, my husband Rodney, a Houston police officer, was murdered in the line of duty by an undocumented alien who had been convicted and arrested several times before. And in fact, he had been deported. In the past, Bill White supported sanctuary city policies that made it difficult for officers to safely do their jobs. I trust Governor Perry to secure our safety. Bill White had his opportunity as mayor of Houston, and he failed. Join me in supporting Rick Perry.
Did you know that the Kia Sorento has class-leading V6 horsepower? Did you know the Sorento is a top safety pick? Did you know it comes with advanced technology? And do you know which competitor offers all of this, plus third-row seating? The CR-V or the Equinox? Answer is neither. The Kia Sorento. The more you know, the better it gets. And right now, lease the Sorento for $239 a month.
Dick's Sporting Goods offers more of the best gear from the hottest brands. Sounds like people like that.
Well, Dick's has way more brands than everybody else.
Every time I come here, they have more new stuff.
Nobody has more.
Every season starts at Dick's.
It's more than a store. It's a total sports package.
All right, we're getting some reaction now from the Rangers locker room.
We hear from outfielder Josh Hamilton. He went 0 for 4 tonight.
You know, everybody has such high expectations of Cliff. Cliff has high expectations of himself. We know what kind of pitcher he is. We know he can dominate a game. But he's human too. You know, he didn't have a bad performance tonight. He had a normal pitcher's performance, you know, but he's not a normal pitcher. So you expect it to happen at some point. You know, he came out of the game, we still had a chance of, you know, being right in there. So he'll shake this one off and he'll be ready for the next one.
I have to think, if I said you're going to score 7 runs and you got quickly on the mound, you would have said...
I wouldn't say for sure win, but I said, you know, 80% chance we win. So, but we got to play the defense. We, you know, we got to do better all around.
You weren't challenged a lot in the Yankee series. I know it's only been one game, but do you get the sense that you'll be challenged a little bit more in the series?
Yeah.
See more pitches?
Yeah, that's a good thing. I always like a challenge. I like for teams to come at me, play the game, you know, how it's supposed to be played. So I said earlier, you know, as the night went on, my bats felt like they got better. I felt like I had better timing. So hopefully that'll carry over into tomorrow.
All right, take a look outside right now. We've got temperatures continuing to fall here in North Texas. 63 at DFW, 62 at Meacham, 67 degrees at Love Field. Winds continue to blow out of the north behind that cold front that pushed through earlier this afternoon. North at 13, the dew point down to 39, and the pressure rising from 30.22. Let's take a look at Titan. A few showers well down to our south and east along that front south of Lufkin. They are not coming our way. It'll be dry tonight. In fact, dry for what looks like right through the weekend here. Meantime, here's that big Pacific storm system, and looking at some of the latest computer guidance here, the models are at odds. And I'll tell you what, forecasting for the West Coast can be a challenging ordeal sometimes. One of the computer models wants to continue to dig this system offshore and direct most of the moisture just north of San Francisco tomorrow. That would keep the rain just north of the bay. Another one wants to bring it south into the San Francisco Bay Area by tomorrow evening during the game. My forecast is going to kind of play the odds in between. I think the truth may lie in between there with some scattered showers during the game tomorrow evening. And they have had some on and off rain showers just north of San Francisco throughout the late afternoon and evening hours. Here's a look at what to expect in our weather. Beautiful here the next couple of days. No weather worries Thursday or Friday. We've got a couple of chilly mornings on the way here, especially by early Friday morning when there could be a little touch of light frost in some of the outlying areas, but it will be warming up very nicely this weekend, and trick-or-treating weather will be mild Sunday evening. 83 today's high, 56 the morning low. At 83-degree high, 10 degrees above the average. Pollen count high today at 109, ragweed and mountain cedar, and the air quality good. Current temperature readings, a good 10 degrees cooler in some of the outlying areas. It's reached down to 57 in Bridgeport, 54 Gainesville, 57 in Sherman, and currently still a little warmer down to the south where that front has just passed through in the last few hours. Look at Denver right now, only 27 degrees, 33 in Rapid City. Meantime, it's 79 degrees in New Orleans. So that front will continue to head offshore overnight tonight. We'll see cool days, the next couple, with highs only in the low 70s. And as that ridge of high pressure builds in here this weekend, look for a nice warm-up. Low temperatures tonight, 46 McKinney, 43 Gainesville, 45 out in Weatherford, 50 in Fort Worth. And then tomorrow afternoon, with wall-to-wall sunshine, look for high temperatures rebounding in the lower 70s. Here's your 7-day forecast. Low 70s the next couple of days, 41 in the Dallas-Fort Worth area early Friday morning with middle 30s in some of the cooler spots. 80 for Game 3 here Saturday, 84 for Game 4 and Halloween. That'll be a very warm World Series game. And then back down to 79 on Monday and back down to 70 by next Tuesday. Here's an early look at your forecast for tomorrow evening. First pitch, mostly cloudy to cloudy skies around 60 degrees. And by the 7th inning, I think we're going to be looking at about a 40% chance of rain with temperatures slowly falling through the 50s.
Josh Hamilton was already MVP of the American League Championship. Today, the Major League Baseball Players Association named him Outstanding Player in the American League.
Gotta see the good guys Friday at 8 on Fox 4.
Courage. Texans have it. That's what Greg Abbott showed after a tragic accident while jogging broke his back. Abbott's life has been defined by fighting back. Abbott doesn't take the easy path, never has, never will. And as Attorney General, Greg Abbott is making history. He's arrested more criminals than any Texas Attorney General, including thousands of child predators and sex offenders. And Abbott's fighting to protect Texans from criminal activity spilling across the border. Greg Abbott, protecting Texans.
The Chevy Malibu was designed to catch the eye. But great design is also what you don't see, like dependability, the 100,000-mile 5-year powertrain warranty, and being named a Consumer's Digest Best Buy 2 years running. It's easy to see why over 1,000 people a day are switching to Chevy.
Now get 0% APR financing for 72 months or $4,000 total cash back on a 2010 Malibu. See your North Texas Chevy dealer.
When I went in to see my doctor regarding my surgery, I was asking all these questions. He was talking about congestive heart failure, high blood pressure, stents. I said, would you explain to me what all this means? He said, we will not be doing a triple bypass. We will do a stent and correct the other 2 valves with medication. And I was so relieved that was all I was going to have done.
Baylor Healthcare System. Heart and vascular services applied to you.
Did you bring the camera phone?
I did.
Do you want to go first?
I've been waiting for this all day.
Okay, this is Fro and Stacy.
Introducing Chase Quick Deposit. Just photograph the front and back of your check using the Chase mobile app on your iPhone and hit send.
This is so cool.
This is so cool. You want to try it?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, what's next?
Make a deposit from anywhere, anytime with your iPhone.
To Mr. and Mrs. Walker, why would they send my parents a check?
Chase what matters.
Elections are about choices. In this election, there's a clear choice. As your governor, I'll continue to fight to keep spending in check, a balanced budget with no new taxes, and I'll keep my focus on new jobs, stronger schools, and securing our border. And I'm going to keep fighting Washington, standing up for you, protecting states' rights, and providing strong, fiscally responsible leadership. I'd appreciate your support, and I ask for your vote.
Cliff Lee suffered his first postseason loss of his career tonight.
He gave up 8 hits in 4 innings. Let's hear what he has to say.
It is what it is. I mean, I'm not surprised by anything. You know, you go out there with what you got and try to be confident and try to execute pitches. And, you know, as a pitcher, if you're not able to do that, bad things are probably going to happen. You know, you still got to figure out a way to fight and try to scrap through it. But they didn't allow me to do that. I mean, it was that 5th inning, they kept coming and, you know, put together several hits in a row. And that was it. I mean, I was trying to make adjustments, but, you know, I was up, I was down, I was in, I was out. I was just trying to find it and never really got consistent with what I was doing. I mean, I expect to be successful every time I take the mound. I mean, I don't go out there planning on carrying the team or anything like that. I mean, it is a team effort, but, you know, my job is just to throw strikes, keep the team in the game, and get as deep into the game as I can, and put up as many zeros as I can. I mean, that's every time, regardless if it's the World Series or in the middle of the season. It's the same thing for a starting pitcher. That's our job. I think you're making a bigger deal out of it. I mean, like I said, you got to give credit to their hitters. I mean, it wasn't like I walked the bases loaded and was walking in guys. I had one walk. I walked Pat Burrell, but other than that, they swung their way on base. I mean, you got to give credit to those hitters. I mean, I was catching more plate than I would like to, but I swung the bat. You know, there's times where you're doing that and they hit it 2 guys, you get double plays, things like that. But you know, they were finding holes early, and then there in the 5th they started scoring things up pretty good. That's it.
All right, so Game 1 did not go the Rangers' way, but hey, there is always tomorrow. Game 2 will be back at AT&T Park in San Francisco. First pitch is set for a little before 7 p.m.
All right, tomorrow on Good Day, just a few hours, we are live from San Francisco with a preview of Game 2 of the World Series.
Also, author Carlton Stowers tells us about his new biography of Dallas Cowboys legend Roger Staubach.
All right, that plus, if you ever wanted to perform like a rock star, we're going to take you to Rock and Roll Fantasy Cap. All that coming up 4:30 on Good Day. Hey, we want to remind everybody, claw it up. Send us your pictures. To do that, all you have to do is go to Fox4 at myfoxdfw.com. Just email your pictures there, and if you've seen throughout the newscast tonight, and then throughout the week, of course, throughout the series.
Great too.
Yeah, we're going to keep showing them, so send them in. Okay, so World Series Game 1, it is indeed in the books.
The Rangers lose 11-7, but no time to dwell on that loss. Game 2 tomorrow night from AT&T Park in San Francisco.
C.J. Wilson will start for the Rangers. Max Kane gets the ball for the Giants.
First pitch, as we said before, a little before 7 p.m. right here on Fox 4.
And as we leave you tonight, we're going to take one last look at the final out from Game 1. Again, Rangers losing 7-11. Our coverage starts again tomorrow at 5 p.m. But again, Good Day for a preview. Thanks for watching. TMZ's coming up next.